All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to uh welcome to the Trials of Casuals podcast. Yay! Hi Danny.
Oh,
So I apologize. I am still running around like a madman. I had to help Mama Fox not pick up, load a bunch of shit today in her car. So, and then my dumbass went back to sleep, and the next thing I know, it was 10:20, and I had not yet taken a shower. So
yeah.
it's been kind of a rough morning. Okay. All right, here we go. Boom, there we go. Oh, Jesus. All right, so, how you doing today, Danny?
I'm pretty good.
How was your week?
Been uh been fun when the ISP's been behaving.
Tell me what happened when it didn't behave.
A lot of cursing. There's a lot of that.
I saw something the other day, and Mama Fox was called out by it, and I want your opinion on it. Okay. Oh, hold on. I actually have to pull it up on my phone because it was a what was this? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Shit, where was it? Oh, god damn it. All right. I think I might have missed it, but it was basically it said, I don't curse. I have I speak fluent trucker with a sailor dialect with a construction accent. And I wanted your opinion on that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yes, because my mother is from Wisconsin, and I picked up all of like my curse habits from her, so she has nobody but herself to blame. Did you do anything fun last week?
Oh, tried out some new stuff, and that's pretty much it.
What did you try out?
Been trying out a bunch of different roguelikes.
There you go. I'm honestly surprised that you haven't played Slay the Spire.
I'm going through different things. It started out with Dead Cells, so everything that's been referenced in that I can find, I've been playing through those a little bit.
Oh God. I have been desperately debating about buying and trying out the new game, Outbound Ghost.
Oh yeah, the one that's kind of like Paper Mario.
Yes, it's Paper Mario, the aesthetics of Paper Mario. Because,
Yeah,
Nintendo refuses to make another Paper Mario game since the GameCube, but, it's not like I'm salty or anything.
I mean they did just announce Pikmin 4, so
Who the fuck cares
that's
about
progress.
Pikmin?
I do. It's been
What,
fucking
two
years.
decades?
No, the last one came out on the Wii.
Wait, there was one on the Wii? What the fuck?
There was Pikmin 2, and then there was Pikmin 3.
Oh, Jesus.
Pikmin. It's been a long time.
Oof. Actually, the game series that I'm really, really excited for, and I don't know if you've seen anything about it, Danny. You may have seen something on my Twitter about it, though, recently. I think last night or the night before. They are redoing and resetting up every single version of Mega Man Battle Network.
Ooh.
And they just announced that they are finally starting to work on what is it? The chip trading, so you can trade chips online. Because the way that the games worked was that you could only get specific chips through trading with other people from different games. For example, I had Mega Man Battle Network 3 both blue and white. You could only get specific chips from both blue and white, just like with the Pokemon games. So, in order to
Yeah.
complete your chip collection, you had to trade. Well, because they're redoing all of the Battle Network games, what they decided to do is that they're going to make it all online, and I don't know if they're doing it through Steam or not. I think they specifically said that the game was going to be available through PC and through console. Um, and I am very excited about that because I loved the Battle Network games.
Nice.
Did you ever play them?
I have not, though.
Mm.
That it also reminded me of something that I am interested in very much so,
Ooh, do tell. Spill the tea, as they would say, sis.
because they showed off the trailer for Like a Dragon Ishin, because who doesn't love Yakuza but feudal Japan?
That is
It's coming to the
very,
West
very
finally.
fair. No, I feel that. I 100% feel that. Oh. Oh, all right. Well, do you have anything planned for this week?
Uh, well, the only thing left is the stream today and just chilling Sunday. That's about it.
That is fair. That is fair. Uh, all right, then we're gonna go ahead and get straight into the TWAB. Then, how's that sound?
Sounds good.
Oh, boom! There we go. We got the TWAB this week. This week at Bungie, 9/15/2020. This got released yesterday. So, we are finally caught up after last week's debacle about the fact that we missed the week before, and then we had to do last week's, and it was an hour-long video, and you all know the drill. So, they're going over Eruption and how much players love it. Going over the 6 feet tall jelly beans. And the biggest hype, I think, for this TWAB was getting ready and getting prepped for the master version of the King's Fall raid. Now, the multiple facets of online gaming security. This basically section here is just kind of going over trying to make sure that number one, accounts are secure and that won't have to worry about getting hacked. The other big thing here is this section right here. Uh, Excuse me. Thank you. We want to prevent cheaters from being able to ruin the experience for legitimate players, whether that be directly in competitive PvP activities or indirectly via boosting or making new burner accounts and bringing them into endgame content like trials. Um,
Yep.
this is especially egregious on PC. It's not really that egregious on console, as it is very, very difficult to do on console without completely ruining your console and breaking into every fucking hardware surface in that bitch. Um, so it's very, very, very difficult to do on console. On PC, it's a little bit easier because you could just simply just make another Steam account and log in. Um,
Yeah.
and there's ways of sharing expansions on PC, whereas console, you're locked account wise. At least through PlayStation, you are locked account wise through the expansions. Every separate account has to buy every expansion individually. Um, which is nice. It's good to see. I know that people have been bitching and moaning about cheaters for a very long time
Oh,
in
yeah.
PvP. I mean, I don't remember if you saw the video. One of I think it was MP Edits videos. He did a video, and he was. I'm trying to remember for what it was, and his thing starts going over to trials, and then all of a sudden you just cut over to like a bunch of PvP streamers like iFrostbolt of just like people clearly just straight up hacking. Um,
Yep.
and he's like, "Nope, there is no amount of content that I could get from that that's not gonna make me stressed." Uh, yeah, fuck PvP. Um,
Pretty
so
much.
yeah, it's nice to see that they're really. I mean, I know Bungie's been trying their hardest to deal with it. It's a very awful problem that they have to deal with, and it's a very strenuous problem. So hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully they'll be able to get some form of kind of thing implemented soon. Um, Along with that, Iron Banter, a post-eruption look. I don't know if you played PvP this week. I have not had a chance to due to work and streaming other games. I have heard nothing but good things from Eruption.
Corruption was good. I damn near reset uh Iron Ben Rip twice during it. It was actually fun.
Yeah, I heard that people were having an absolute blast with Eruption. Uh, they said that it's the most fun that they've had in PvP in a while. The soft SBMM. Oh no, my bad. SBMM did not affect Iron Banner. It only affected Control Playlist. But they said Iron Banner was super fun this week. SBMM so far for the Control Playlist overall has been a fair, decent improvement. Which is good because we got to see some of the numbers last week from the first week that they implemented it, and overall the numbers have improved. I did not get a chance to play Eruption, and I'm very sad because everyone's been having a blast on it. I've been seeing so many YouTube and Twitch clips of just people just joking around, genuinely having a good time. You know, not being super toxic, which was cool. Because
Yeah.
when was the last time PvP in Destiny wasn't toxic? Please
Ever.
help me out here. Yeah, thank you.
The
Thank
answer,
you.
I had to think for a second. Like, was it ever not toxic? 'Cause I had to think all the way back to D1. I'm like, no, it was always toxic. Nope.
Yeah. When was the last time PvP wasn't toxic? Never, Wary. So, uh, but yeah, so it's been overall going well. There has been some score issues, saying that there's some bugs with shutdown points when damaging people. They're investigating the issue and looking for a fix for next week, which is good. Really solid. Again, they're really, really trying their best to do that. Now, this is the part that people have been bitching about nonstop, which is matchmaking changes and quitter penalties.
Yep.
Ooh. Uh,
Specifically the second one.
yes. So overall, the matchmaking times so far have actually been for that part have been on the positive side. Matches have been taking roughly about an additional 10 to 15 seconds, but players are saying and the numbers are saying that they are overall getting better average matches, which is really good. You're getting more matches that go to the clock or within a 10, I believe it's a 10 to 20 score point line, which
Yep.
is really, really, really fucking good. Um, which is great, and I'm very excited about that. Again, PvP has been a problem for a super long time about getting just shit stomped, so people just would not play. So hopefully this is helping improve it. Latency issues. Again, we saw this for the past couple weeks now. Players have been are trying, or the Bungie I should rephrase. Bungie is trying their best to try and restrict latency, so that way the host of the matches is not taking the brunt of it, and it is being split up between several people. So they're trying to do their best. Again, it is a hard issue to face. We understand that as casual players. We get that. We know that this is an issue that has been plagued the community for a very long time. And honestly, Danny, I think you and I can agree. I am willing to wait for Bungie to come out with like the best iteration of PvP possible. Like I don't care how long it takes, if they come out with the bet, like if they come out with a quality, like just a good fashioned old PvP, and there's nothing to really bitch about other than like very minor things like fuck Hunter's running stasis, like other than that I'm okay with that.
Like, as long as it's fun, what they're doing, that would be an improvement. Because Crucible has not been fun for a while.
Yes, Crucible has been kind of plaguing everybody's minds, and here's the sad part, I would still play Crucible over Gambit any day of the week.
I mean, now that they've made the changes, yes.
Yes,
Before it was
especially
kind of
now
like
that they made the changes. Before the changes, I hated Crucible as much as Gambit.
like the
But
difference
Crucible,
being I would actually play Gambit before.
well, the only reason why I played Crucible over Gambit is because Crucible matches don't last nearly as long as Gambit matches, so it's easier to
I
raise the
mean,
rank.
if you go like full on into PvE stuff in Gambit, you can just absolutely torch through a game real quick.
Mm. Well, the problem is that the problem with Gambit that I have is that solo players can match up against 4-man squads.
Yeah, matchmaking is definitely
The
a
matchmaking
concern.
needs a fix. I'm gonna be honest here. The matchmaking definitely needs a fix. um, but yeah, overall, they're trying to fix latency. Now, this is the issue that a lot of people have been having, which is the quitter penalty. And I need to read all of this because we have to go over this in its entirety. We're aware that there has been an increase in quit rates for certain lobbies, whether due to connection quality or skill of opponents matched, particularly high skill players. While we hope that the above changes alleviate the quitting issue, we would like to actively discourage quitting as it can negatively impact the remaining players. As such, we have added control to the list of activities that can trigger the Crucible suspension system. Note that suspension timers for control are temporarily shared with competitive playlists, Glory, and Trials. We are actively working on separating the suspension timer for competitive versus control, i.e., casual. Now, you probably have seen the same amount of bullshit this week that I have on Twitter, but PvP sweat lords have been bitching about this all week. All week since the reset.
Like, there needs to be a quitter penalty. It's like just finish the game.
Oh, hey, your
Just
team's already down 10 points. Let me just leave. Like, bruh. Like,
like
it's just, it's so bad. I'm gonna let you go into it. I'm gonna let you bitch about it.
it's been a problem for a long time, and I just kind of asked the question, why? Like, why does it matter that much? Why does it literally matter that much that you just want to quit? Like, the game's almost over. It would literally take like less than a minute for it to end. Why are you leaving?
Yeah, why are you leaving and losing rewards?
Like, just take the L and move on. It's not that hard.
It
It's
really
really
isn't.
not that hard.
And you know what the sad part is that so many people have been bitching about it nonstop. They're like, why is there a quitter penalty in casuals? Why is there a quitter penalty in control? Why is there a quitter penalty? And I'm like, have you played casuals in the past 3 months? Or literally ever?
It's like the thing is, like, when you're playing Control or any of the other game modes, you're not the only one on the team. Like, you leaving is basically just fucking over everybody else.
Yeah. And that's an issue that players have not uh that people don't understand is that casual players like you and me who are playing to get our weekly resets, how that are playing to try and reach legend and then reset, right?
Yep.
We have to play through hundreds of games to get there, right? And
It was
the fact that
definitely
we are
more.
plagued with people constantly leaving, causing us to lose the game possibly. Like there are so many games that I could tell you where the match is literally like 130 to like 128. Like it's close. It's very close. But because we're losing by 2 points, someone just quits and then we lose 150 to 130.
Yep.
Like here's the thing, all right? And I'm talking to you, PvPers. I'm talking to you fuckers, all right? Let me make this very clear. You don't want a quitter penalty in casuals? Stop leaving matches in casual matches. Stop it. Just play the fucking match out. Take the L and move on.
Yeah. Just finish the game. Like, that's all you have to do. If you don't want the penalty to exist, you should stop quitting. It's like,
It's not that hard. And you know what the dumb part is? I saw the worst take about this in its entirety. I saw someone say, and I think it's the same fuckers that are saying, and I think it was someone that was in the Nerf Divinity group. It was like, oh, PvEers, like PvE is saying we want more of a challenge. Like, we don't want Divinity to be, like the go-to be-all for raids, right? Then don't use Divinity. And they're like, no, you have to use Divinity. And then someone was like, oh, it's the same concept. You don't like PvP, just don't play it. Guess what, bitch? You still need your pinnacle rewards, head ass. Like,
It's like,
it's in my opinion, number one, like going off the Divinity thing. Number one, nerfing Divinity is, first of all, that's just a hot take in general, right? Like,
it is a very,
that is
very hot take.
that is a very, it's not just a hot take, it is an overall bad take. Don't want to use Divinity? Or like, if you think Divinity's too powerful, don't fucking use it. There are still people who do the raid without Divinity.
Yeah.
Like, literally, when we started doing Vogue and Deepstone Crypt, it was like you, me, and the rest of the squad, right? None of us had Divinity equipped
You
because
don't
we were
need it.
learning the mechanics.
Like, there are encounters you do not need it. However, I will say that current encounters have been basically built around the existence of divinity. There are some that don't really factor it in, but King's Fall is a good example of Bungie designing an encounter or redesigning an encounter around divinity existing.
Oh, Golgoroth
Because
and War Priest.
War Priest has more health than orcs.
Yes, but
Like,
War Priest
way
also
more
doesn't
health.
have an annoying ass mechanic with orcs because it's as War Priest isn't
I
health
mean,
gated, correct?
War Priest isn't, but it is a DPS check, so you have a limited amount of time.
Right, which is fine because when combined with all the other 5 million things that you can use to buff your damage, for example, Bubble, well, Shadow Shot, like literally any of those things, they'll all work. Like,
Yeah,
there's
like you
5
can
million ways
use
to buff your shit.
yeah, you can use things that are not
Divinity.
divinity.
Divinity is just another debuffer. It's just another tool to use, right?
Yeah,
And the people that think that want to nerf Divinity are the same people that are bitching about the quitter penalty. Just don't worry about it. Don't want like you want to nerf Divinity? Don't use it. Don't want a
like
quitter penalty? Don't fucking quit a match. They're the same fucking people. It's such a bad take. Like,
like they look at divinity because it's the optimal thing to use because it's the only debuff that lasts an entire damage phase. Like how you fix that is you either stop having encounters that are DPS checks, or you just increase the debuff of other debuffs.
yeah, like flat out.
Yeah,
Like Shadow Shot. Shadow Shot literally does the exact same thing that fucking Divinity does. It literally gives you a crit no matter where you hit on the body. Like,
yeah.
it's literally the same thing. It's the same fucking thing.
Like it's a 30% debuff. Every other debuff is 30% as well. Make the other debuffs stronger, or even if you want to nerf divinity a little bit, just tone the debuff down a little bit. It's still a crit.
Yeah, or honestly, just reduce the ammo because Divinity is a trace rifle, isn't it?
Yep, it has a lot of ammo.
Yeah, just nerf the amount of ammo it carries. That way you're not saving all of your ammo right before
Yeah.
a rally banner, right?
So like bumping up the debuff that like void supers and or grenades give would be nice.
Yeah, the
Like make
suppression.
them, yeah, like make them 35, maybe even 40% debuff
Yeah,
since they last less time.
yeah. Or you could also buff arc. The whole point of the blind and jolt mechanics. You could
Yeah,
also do
increase.
that specifically for that. Like,
Yeah,
and here's the
increase
thing:
the buff.
if if players are so bitching, are so tired of using Divinity, right? Then you know what? Just petition Bungie to just ban Divinity from Worlds First.
they could disable it. Like,
Like, just flat out. It's already hard enough as it is. You want a challenge? Fuck it. Give them a challenge. Just just disable divinity from being used in the in world's first raids.
they did it with the GLs after they buffed them.
Exactly. Like because they
Like,
were
people
that
would have
fucking
torched
strong.
War Priest. People would have actually torched War Priest with, like, Anarchy.
Yeah, like and that's my point. Like there are so many other ways than nerfing divinity. Like you don't need to nerf divinity. Again, like I said, I would rather buff all of the other debuff mechanics than nerf divinity because the
Yeah.
whole point of divinity is specifically for that use. When else do you use divinity?
Like, you're not using Divinity in normal content. You're using it in in-game content. That's it.
Yeah, you're
It's
using it
not.
in raids, and most people don't even use it in Grandmaster Nightfalls.
Nope.
Like
Because they're
that's the
better
crazy
options.
part.
Like, if you're doing it in a group, sometimes it's nice, but you're not going to be using it all that much. Like,
Exactly. It's just it's a bad it's just a bad take, and we're getting off topic a little bit about this. We got to get back to the PvP part, but yes, easy answer. Stop fucking quitting matches. All right, just stop.
yeah, basically.
Map selection. Outside of one map, we don't see any predictable difference to quit rate between maps, so while we will be making changes to map weighting soon, we don't see this as a major factor in quit rate. While we have always weighted new maps higher for a couple of seasons in the interest of letting players see content, excuse me, we also started specializing playlist maps in Season 18, starting with Control. We used a number of factors in determining initial weightings, quit and mercy rates, player sentiment, internal surveys, and more. We will continue to periodically analyze the process, and as always, we welcome your feedback. In the interest of transparency, we would like to share the current map selections for Control. Increased weighting for Disjunction and Cathedral of Dusk. Full weighting for Fragment, Twilight Gap, Rusted Lands, Distant Shore, Endless Vale, The Fortress, Radiant Cliffs, Pacifica, Altar of Flame, Javelin 4, Widow's Court, Vostok, and Eternity. The reduced weighting is for Bannerfall, Midtown, Exodus Blue, Wormhaven, Burnout, significantly reduced weighting of the Dead Cliffs, and they completely removed Anomaly, the Cauldron, and Convergence. In the next patch, which goes live on September 15th, which was yesterday, we are lowering the weight of Disjunction and Cathedral of Dusk from increased weighting to full weighting. So these two will go straight into this setup here. So,
Yeah.
and that's basically to how often the maps show up.
Yep.
And honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I think the one thing that Bungie could actually do about how often these maps show up, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a straight up buck. Uh, Literally just allow map voting.
It'd be nice.
Bring the Call of Duty style map voting. Like you get all the players right together, and then so you get the it may add an additional like 30 seconds or minute like once you get all 12 players, and then you get a choice of 3 maps, and then the majority of votes gets that map. Because
It'd
let's
be
be
nice.
real, there's a lot of really fun maps. Personally, like for example Twilight Gap, I'm a big fan of Twilight Gap.
Yeah.
um I cannot fucking stand Javelin 4. Uh, Widow's Court is a pretty good standard. Like, there are just maps that overall players just love to play with and
Yeah.
play on. So just give us map voting. Like, I'm fine with that. I think, honestly, I think that is a lot more fun and makes the game overall a bit more enjoyable because at least like, hey, this is the map I'm going into right before you get your loading screen and you're like, ah, fuck. I have
Exactly.
I have I have a trace rifle and a BR on Twilight Gap. Fuck. Like damn well you're gonna have a terrible time with that loadout. Cause bounties exist. Um
Yep.
so at least it will give you the option to vote. And if the majority of players vote for that map, then that's fine. And if you don't get that map, then it's fine, because then that map will then the players that do stay will have that map pop back up, and another map will get put in the other one's place, and you just
Exactly.
continue to vote. It's just the old school Call of Duty version, like back, literally every Call of Duty since, right? Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Black Ops 2, like every Call of Duty since basically Modern Warfare 3 has had map voting. Just bring map voting to Bungie, like to Destiny, for
Yeah.
PvP. Like it's a phenomenal concept. I would not be mad about it. I think that it's a great change, and it would give players, this is another way to prevent people from quitting, because the moment they see a map, they immediately leave. They're like, fuck, we're playing Pacifica? Hell no. Right?
Yeah.
Or they're playing Eternity. I know a lot of people don't fucking like Eternity. There's a lot of people that do not like Eternity because of how fucking garbage it is. Um, so just allow map voting. Just skip all the shit maps. And if you find that a map is skipped more times than not, you know what you can do, Bungie? Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Like, that simple. It's fine. Bungie, hire me. I got you. I'll fix your PvP balancing. So yeah. Whether we want it or not, we've stepped into a war with Beans and the Blunderdome. And I was not a fan of this. This was the crossover between Destiny 2 and Fall Guys. And honestly, this looks less like Fall Guys and more of Destiny meets Among Us. Like, this is just so cringe.
Uh, that was such a bizarre announcement.
Yeah, also the Destiny 2 crossover with Fortnite that we saw. God damn, I hate it. There's also the Warlock costume, Titan costume, and Hunter costume. They also have the Ghost Shell wearable and the Spicy Ramen celebration in the Blunder Dome. Now, here's the information for the Master Raid. This is the stuff. This is the where we're gonna get into a big chat about this, because this is gonna include a lot of the information that we need. So, uh, and I love the fact that they said that Oryx is about to go Super Saiyan. Um, have you seen the artwork that someone made of Oryx with the Goku style hair?
Sounds great.
I hope that it's at the bottom of this TWAB in the community section, because I saw it on Twitter and it's just Oryx just powering up like Goku, but he's got the Goku, like, big old Goku hair, and it's fucking phenomenal. um, so, it starts on Tuesday, September 20th. Normal mode challenges. You will have rewards double loot for the encounter while the challenge is active. The Master will include encounters reward stat-focused armor. Challenges reward adept weapons. And all encounters are set at power level 1600. With the powerful cap being plus 30. So most people will, chances are, be roughly about 10 to 20. Well, actually, will be roughly about 20 underneath without like super hard pinnacle rewards, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you've been like doing pinnacles on all three characters from the beginning of the season, you're probably gonna be down a few levels.
Yeah, you'll probably be somewhere in the 19 in the my bad, in the 1570 to 1580 range, cuz now mind you, with the artifact level change, I'm currently at, cuz all of my gear is at 1570 other than I think like one of my bonds, which is 1571. Uh I'm currently at 1576, 1577. So I'm give or take about 25 levels low, which is fine.
Yeah.
Um, so that's very exciting. I'm a big fan of the adept weapons being added. I like the fact that the normal mode is going to have the double loot, which I think is great.
Oh, yeah, like that's the good thing about challenges normally. As long as you can do them, which I don't think the ones for King's Fall are too bad.
Well, they're basically just individual challenges from World's First, aren't they? They're just reiterations of it.
They're the same ones that they had for the challenge mode.
Yeah.
if you
So
want to do
so if
for it.
you've already done Worlds First, you have a general idea of what you're going to be looking at, but it's not all the challenges that are going to be available. It's only going to be a handful, which is fine because you'll still get double loot from them anyways, which is again, it's fine. It's the master version and the normal. So, you should get something out of it.
Yeah.
So, uh also, I love this. So fire team up. Make sure to communicate with your crew and don't forget the most important thing. Oryx spawns in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, Bungie stated it themselves. Oryx spawns in the back. You fuckers are welcome.
They made it easy for everyone to tell which side is front and back. Although I honestly I want to say that probably the most fun callouts I've seen for that room was Ben Jez's.
What was that?
He had it laid out like a ship.
Oh, starboard and port.
Yep.
It honestly makes the most sense. It honestly makes the most sense because the naval in naval terms, right? Like they have a word for literally everything: front of the ship, back of the ship, right of the ship, left of the ship, top of the ship, bottom of the ship. Like there's
But
literally an answer for everything there.
it
It
worked
makes
out pretty
sense.
well.
Yeah. And I think I saw that one too, which makes in all honesty it makes the most sense. Um,
It's also
so
just numbering them 1 through 4.
yeah,
That
that
also
also
works.
works. But yeah, so the debate is over. Oryx spawns in the back. You're welcome. As always, player support. Hotfix 6.2.0.5 is going to be going live Tuesday, September 20th. Now, these are we're going to go over some known issues. Actually, I think all of these are the same ones from last week, correct?
Yeah, they're still working on those. Although there is one thing that they did that's not in this.
Okay.
They nerf Loreley's.
Yeah, I saw that. That is interesting. So that means that Warlock is the only one that now has ×2 restoration.
Yep,
As it
which
should
is
be.
good because
At,
Titans do not need +2 ever.
yeah. +2 literally made it impossible to fucking die. Literally impossible.
Like Loreley's made both PvE and PvP kind of annoying with Titans.
Yeah.
Like Titans are unkillable in PvE, and oh, you've almost killed this Titan, but they managed to kill you. Oh, they've got all of their health back, and they're continuously healing. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah. And this is very, very, very important to note. Because this means that now out of all the classes, the only one that has ×2 restoration is Warlock. Which, again, Warlock, let's be honest, is the utility class. It's the only one that should get ×2 restoration. Like, we literally have several abilities that give us healing for a reason.
Yes.
Like, literally every subclass has Rift. Every subclass has Rift. We should have ×2 restoration for that. And Well gets Resist. Like, duh. This should be a no-brainer. I saw someone have a bad take earlier too about this, stating that Warlock shouldn't get that what was it? Um what was it that I saw? It was a really bad take. It was I'm trying to remember what it was. It was something about how Warlock Rift, Healing Rift, should not give the overshield anymore.
Like, Rift should, because, like,
Yeah, because they took
healing
it off
Rift.
a well. Give it at least let us keep it on Rift. Lord knows Bungie keeps nerfing fucking Warlocks into oblivion for no fucking reason.
Like, genuinely, yeah, Warlocks need some love. Like, they need something.
I'm just getting used to the point that no matter what, my my class is always going to get shit on for
Like,
absolutely zero reason.
one of the seasonal mods, I forget which one it is, in the last column, boosts your super damage while you're amplified or on low health. That one, the damage you do with Chaos Reach with that and Geomags, that's what Chaos Reach should be doing.
Automatically
Yeah,
without all of that.
it should be doing that much damage because it's about like in total for the duration, I think it was about 750k.
Yeah, but the issue is that if you remember a while back, this was during the Beyond Light expansion, they nerfed Chaos Reach. Not only did they nerf Chaos Reach, they nerfed Geomags. They
Yep.
double nerfed it.
Like
So,
this season,
yeah,
they are usable, but you do need that mod.
which again shouldn't require it.
Yep.
You shouldn't have to require a mod. That, by the way, I'm pretty sure it costs 5.
6, I think.
6. Yeah, it costs 6 points in your armor to have that slot. That's fucking ridiculous.
Which, albeit, it's on the class item, so it's like, what else are you gonna put on there? But still,
Yeah, but still, again, the fact that I have to do that is like to even get close to what Chaos Reach used to be is fucking absurd. Um, I'm not a fan of it, and I think it's just a pain in the ass. It's just a pain in the ass, flat out,
yeah.
just straight up. Along with that, we are now going to get into the community section, and apparently, so they did.
They just got the links.
Yeah, they got the link, but it's apparently the I Want It That Way Destiny 2 version. Um, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Mithrax where you go. Wait, the fuck?
Yeah, they're not embedded this time for some reason.
God damn it, Bungo. God damn it. But hold on. Where is the? Okay, so this one is it's Izox for Oryx the Minecraft sweeper. Uh, this one is at Alex Mitzel for I Want It That Way. Uh, and then there is at Kane Longinus, and then at Belt Squid for the rest of these. I apologize, we don't have these ones available, and I'm not going to go into them right now. Now, someone posted this the other day, but they are doing a memento for Seraphim Crypto, who is a longtime member of the community. Who was an Exo Void of Dawn Titan fan, uh, who was a big fan of the Scourge of the Past Black Armory, bow user, and his favorite number was 37. Favorite color was purple. Loved eating toast and always fought for human rights, which is a big thing that Bungie is a part of. So to commemorate them, they released a new emblem for all players free to get by inserting it into their Bungie Redeem accounts. And it is a 37 dot emblem with the 37th dot in the middle being the dimmed out dot in honor of Seraphim. So if you want to get this emblem for free to support Seraphim's life, you could go ahead and type the code in.
Yeah.
Along with that, there's just a bunch of just random shit. And they gave us a little preview of what's happening next week, which is next week we'll be diving into some more weapon theory, showing off some spiffy ornaments, and more. Until then, please, for the love of Saint 14's pigeons, drink your water, take care of you, and never forget to always try to put that kindest foot forward. So, with that being said, overall, very solid TWAB. Do you have any extra thoughts about anything in particular about the TWAB, Danny?
I think it's pretty decent. It's a good overview of what's been going on with their Crucible changes. Hopefully, Gambit's next.
God, Gambit needs a fucking change. Jesus
Like,
Christ.
I would not mind if they would just tone down the heavy spawn. That's literally it. That's the only issue I have right now. Just the heavy spawn because it makes invaders so annoying. Because they're always gonna come through with a galley or an MG, and it's just hell.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I play Gambit, I am that asshole, and I literally just run Xenophage.
It's like there are. It's the same like issue with like, oh yeah, this is the clear cut meta for Gambit. People are just invading with these specific weapons, and that's it. They're just grabbing heavy, invading. That's
Yeah, pretty much for the most part, nothing you can really do about it. Um,
uh,
I still think that Gambit needs. I think Gambit needs a little bit more work than just tuning the heavy. Um, I think that Gambit number one needs to have a little less density of just enemies in general.
just needs to have less things like shriekers and ogres.
Yeah, the other thing that I think is still an issue is the fact that it's on the PvP sandbox, not the PvE sandbox. So, for example, Fallen Captains, if you have low resilience, which a lot of newer players do who still need to grind Gambit, are getting one shot by
There
Fallen
is a lot of
Captains.
that.
Yeah,
Though the
because it's
shriekers are
yeah, those shriekers
shriekers
will
are
rip
worst.
your shields. Just straight up rip them. So yeah, it is what it is. Any other thoughts?
Interested to see what they do next week since they mentioned weapons.
Yeah, they mentioned weapon crafting. I'm also very interested about some new ornaments. I don't think that it's because they specifically stated uh, ornaments, right? They specifically put the S at the end of it. Yes, new
Yeah.
spiffy ornaments. So it's not just the community one. The community one will actually is being developed, I think, right now. Correct?
Yes, believe
Yeah,
so.
and that is for RB, which chances are most players will receive. Either buy it or it'll be handed out for free. Because it's the first ever community-driven ornament. So we'll get to see some new ones that are getting released. I would like to see a new ornament for Nezarec Sin that makes it not look like a fucking rock. Because I don't know if you've seen the one ornament that Nezarec Sin has, but it is fucking ugly. It's just a stoned version of it. Like, it's so bad. It is so fucking bad. Um, but yeah. Overall, I think that is that for the TWAB. Uh,
Yeah.
Danny, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch and YouTube under the same name. Just again, look for my face.
Uh,
Probably there most days of the week.
You can also find me on Twitter at DominiFox1 or on Twitch/YouTube at the username DominiFox. Danny, do you have anything super special planned for next week that you would like to announce?
See, do I have anything next week? Not really now.
Okay. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. We both hope that you have a wonderful day. And as always, don't be a sweat lord. We'll see you guys next time.